Good morning, everybody. Mark Bazinski here from trieditforyou.com. This morning, I wanted to talk to you about this camera I bought on Amazon. So I bought it for mainly for vlogging and doing some of my content, and fairly cheap camera. It's about $123, I think, and shipping was free with Amazon Prime. So here's the camera that I had gotten, and so it's nice, compact in weight and whatnot. So quite a few little gadgets on there. Came with a remote control for it. Came with two separate batteries, rain guard, and a lens cap. Extended microphone for it, so for when you're doing those video logs, you can get your voice heard onto the camera itself. A stabilizer handle, grip, and a case. So what I want to do this morning is I want to show you a little bit about this thing, put it all together for you, and show you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So right off the bat, it did not come with a SD card. You'll have to buy that separately. Not a big deal. I got a lot of them around. One of the things, because it's a 4K Ultra HD on there, it does allow for you to change the resolution on it. 4K being the best resolution that you can do. If you're doing video logging or whatnot, 4K does not allow for you to have a lot of time for the card, for the SD card that the camera manufacturer recommends, which is 128 gigabytes. If you're planning on shooting home movies with this thing, 15 minutes is not a long time at 4K. It's actually probably less than that at 60 frames per second. So you would want this to be plugged directly into something else or something bigger for whatever you're planning on doing with it. But for quick 5-10 minute reviews like this, you can get quite, it's great for it. So, but anything longer than that, you'll need to reduce the resolution. I've got it reduced down to 1080 at 30 frames per second, and it provides me almost 30 minutes on the card itself. So, and if I reduce it even more than that, I'm afraid that the resolution, the quality isn't going to be as good. So anyways, without further ado, so right off the bat, battery only goes in one way. You can't really mess this up. I mean, you probably could if you weren't paying attention to it, or if you just felt like you needed to jam something into a slot like that. We're not talking about sex, people. Come on. All right, so battery goes in one way, and you'll want to power this thing up and get the batteries charged off of the ports on there. So it does come with a cable with it as well, but it does not come with an HDMI mini cord for it. So once that's powered up, or once the battery's installed, I've got just bought a regular SanDisk 128 gigabytes. They're $20-30 on Amazon. If you want to go to 256 or 512, you're going to pay a little bit more money on these. But like I said, I bought what was required or suggested by the manufacturer. I am sure I could probably put a 256 or even a 512 in there. So that's in there. Okay, power this bad boy up and get your welcome screen. All right, so I'm not going to go through all the different menus, but the screen is touch screen. It's got 4 different pages on there, and this is where you can set everything up in there, but I'm not going to go through all that. So anyways, microphone takes a AA battery on it, so that goes right onto it right there, like that, and you plug it in. So obviously with it plugged in, you can't close the dust cap on it. Okay. It does have different settings for the decibels. So if you want just regular normal voice on it, it's got a 0 on there. If you want to increase it, plus 20 on there. So, but like I said, AA battery on top of that, and it works really well. Now, one of the things I don't like about this thing is, here's your dust cap. Here is your lanyard. It does not provide for a really good place to attach it to the camera. There is no kind of tab on here, except the closest thing is the strap. So even with the strap on there, it does not, it's not really the place for it to go. So put that on there like this. And there's probably a better way for it, but there, then you got this dangly thing on there. Now, the cap doesn't fit on there very well. I mean, I mean, I barely even touched the releases on there for it to come off there. So just barely falls off. I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's fairly cheap on there. So even if I grab it like that without touching them, it comes right off. But anyways, now you've also got the rain guard, okay? For those people that are shooting outside, you want to keep the rain off, what you'll do is you'll attach this portion of it so that you've got the rain hood on there, and then you've also got the hood itself. And with this hood, you can add filters to the camera, whatever you're planning on doing. If you're doing your TikTok videos or whatever, and you want to put different settings on there. Outside, you want to filter the sun out a little bit because it's too bright, whatever. So, and then that here, now you got to get this thing up near perfect, okay, to make it really get on there. But once it's on there, then you don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so it's still not perfect on there, but there you go. All right, so now with all these little things on there, you're almost, oh, there we go. All right, so this is what we do. We do these things live. We mess up, we just keep on going until we're done. Okay, so there you go. So it almost looks like a professional camera, right? Now we can add the handle on there. Now it's got a place on here for the handle, but that's not the only thing that you can use it for. You can attach this thing to a gimbal so that you can have stabilization control. But you can also attach this to a tripod as well, or a ring light for when you're doing your videos. So now what we got here is almost what you would consider a professional camera. It looks pretty nifty, okay? But like I said, you got all of this equipment here, right? Okay, you got the microphone, you've got the rain hood and the guard for the filter, you've got the handle for it as well, you've got the cable for it, you have a remote control that goes with it, you got a spare battery that comes with it. Now, you are supposed to get all of this stuff, all this crap, okay? Sorry, it's not crap, but you know what I mean. Get all of this into this little tiny case. Really? After all of this, I get it. Why is it that we could not do a little bit more with this case? Why couldn't it be a little bit bigger to accommodate all of this? Why is it that I need to take all of this apart and have two separate bags? Because this by itself, folded up, fits in here. Okay, now if this is all I wanted to carry around with me, great. And then have the video camera in a separate one. But if I wanted to take all of this stuff with me, I would have to take everything apart, okay? Put my lens cap on there. No one can get it dirty. Not that the lens cap is going to stay on or anything. Take all of this stuff out. Now, what I've got is a place to put the spare battery and maybe, and then let's see, maybe that. Nope, can't even do that. All right, so I either get the spare battery and the camera itself, and that is it. Now I've got all this other stuff that I gotta find another bag to carry with. Okay, now typically I would just leave all this put together and put it in my bag, or the manufacturer is hoping that you'll realize that the bag doesn't do everything that you need to, because, well, look, it's got a place on, put your belt in there. Okay, now it's kind of clunky in my opinion, but for a camera that's $123, it actually functions fairly well. I mean, outside of the other pieces of equipment that you have here, and you've got to carry another separate bag for, or just leave it all together and buy yourself another bag for it, it's actually not too bad. So there are others out there similar in price. Okay, you can go as high as $300, $400 for them, depending on how professional you want to get with it. But if you're just getting started out with video logging, TikTok, YouTube, or whatever, this is fairly cheap. My opinion is, if you're going to do all of that, first and foremost, use your phone. Your phone has got a much better camera on it than some of these cameras that are coming out nowadays. Granted, it looks pretty cool that you have something like this, but if you're just getting started out, use your cell phone. It's got a good camera on it, and you can buy yourself something like this to start and stop your videos automatically by Bluetoothing it to your phone. You can Bluetooth it to anything that has Bluetooth on it that'll start and stop video. But I am here for you guys to show you the different things that are out there. My biggest thing is that I want to try it for you so that you don't have to worry about spending your money, your hard-earned dollars, to buy something to find out that it's garbage. That is what we're here for. That is what TriedItForYou.com is for, trying things out. It's mostly around the survival prepping niche that I have chosen. But for me to get this stuff out to you guys, I need to try different things so that I can get it out to you more effectively, more efficiently, without you having to spend your hard-earned dollars. So anyways, till next time, if you like the video, please leave a comment below. Ring that notification bell and hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of these videos, sign up to my webpage on TriedItForYou.com or to my Facebook page, Tried It For You. So till next time, I'll be seeing you outside. Have a great day.